Measure for Measure production. On April 14, 2016, I attended a production of Measure for Measure. This was an amazing experiment, definitely an enjoyable performance, as well as watching the actors be extraordinary and minor characters stand out a lot on their parts, making the scene more exciting. Moreover, the several key artists that worked hard. These artists were the director Downing, actor Jovan Black, who played Angelo, and costume designer Arnold Boissel. In all, I feel like these artists made the theme Love and Loss reach the goal. Nonetheless, Downing, Black, and Boissel worked very hard to support the theme. Director Darling probably had the hardest job to conveying the theme of love and loss because Measure for Measure is a play with many characters involved and different conflicts and effects. They also had musical, yet she still managed to work hard to accomplish the message she wanted the audience to receive. This play was well put together with episodic structure and climatic structure because we had gods, king, tyrannical powers. It was also tragical and sad. They had comedy in between the play, which made it very well entertained and with a happy ending. She directed it very well. I remember a scene in the play that really supported the theme love and loss, using the whole entire stage, which I think that was very fantastic. Which I think that was very fascinating. How she put all that together in one picture without confusing the audience. Anyhow, the part where the part where this happened was when she had the three prostitutes singing on the left stage on top of the rotating unit. Then she had Angelo on the right side of the stage on top of another rotating unit, while two dancers, a female and a male, dance in front of the staging, and the last but not least, Julia and Claudio on the left side of the stage, sitting down on the steps from the rotating unit. Now this is how is now this is how it supported the goal. Angelo started to realize he felt some attraction for Isabella, then he started to think about her in the dark. Angelo did not understand why he wanted to see her so badly after she left, as if he missed looking at her. One of the three prostitutes sang about love, sadness, and loneliness, and while she sang, They moved to the singing with the lusting outfits, while the two dancers were dancing to the words of the songs to bring the words to animate. Finally, we see Julia and Claudio, who are in love, and her family doesn't allow her to be with Claudio, and she was sent to jail for execution. And he was sent to jail for execution. Everything happened at once. Everything happened at once, supporting the goal of the theme love and loss. It was not confusing and very well understood and easy to follow along with each character and understanding the moment. It was really incredible to feel their pain and the vibes. Actor Black was very effective in terms of supporting the goals of the production. For instance, the scene where Isabella begged for her brother's Claudia's forgiveness and life. Angelo then felt an attraction for her as he observed her and how he stepped and how she stepped up to him for her brother's life and was willing to do whatever it takes for him, making him look at her in a different way. But she explained why he kept thinking about her when she left and why he couldn't get her off his mind, assuming that he is not used to seeing someone stand before him, especially with the powers he had on his hands. After Angelo and Isabella met again, he then tried to persuade her and get much more closer to her, looking at her in a lusting way noticing her beauty and observing her from head to toe. Very slowly, as she was speaking to him to pursue him, not to execute her brother. Then he started to push her into him and grab on her in an aggressive way. But she wouldn't give herself to him. That's why he made a request. In order to save your brother's life, she had to sleep with him. This shows the love and lust. Bella's love for her brother and Angela lusting for her. Finally comes to designer Buesto, supported the production goal by making the theme feel alive. His projections throughout the entire play was effectively. He used specific colors to bring out each character's personality. Not only their personality, but within the costume, it showed the need of love and lust. For example, Pompey in the play, he is a pimp, and if you think about a pimp, usually someone who is around plenty of females, mostly around sexy females who catch a lot of attention by wearing very little clothing and little covering. As a pimp, Pompey had flashy clothing and also wore jewelry, calling attention to females and having them attracted to him. This was his style to call the attention to females. He spoke with his head up high, with a lot of confidence, loud and clear like a boss, as well as with Duke. As a king, he gave him a gold color and clothing that bring out his character. Duke was a handsome king and he kept himself dressed very nice because he had a catch for Isabella. Those were some ways that the costume designer supported the theme and in many other ways as well, making the audience feel the movement and everything. Just wanted to mention, all of the characters had a great costume. I think the costume was one of my favorite things. They were not plain they were not plain simple costumes. Every actor's clothing for their character had art in them. They show love and lust all over the costume with so many bright and fantastic colors for each individual character. In conclusion, the director Dowling, actor Black, and costume designer Bueso all worked together to support the goal of the production. They succeeded in making me leave the theater with an amazing experience that I will carry on with me. I did not watch the play twice. I did watch the play twice because I really enjoyed myself. I love how the story of Romeo and Juliet is still seen in Broadway shows, but with a change to it, making it even more interesting to watch and see what will what will be different on the one you watch. This was awesome because it was a live theater. Love and loss is also something that we see in life every day as we get older. So it was really good to see something I can relate as well as many others too. Cannot wait to see more and get more great things out of future shows I'll attend to.